I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to go through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. I hope you are all well today. I hope you are all well. I hope you can hear me okay. What is going on? Hashtag free Isaac. Absolutely. Hashtag free Isaac. Absolutely. It's crazy. And I am apologising in advance because there may well be another rant today from me. I can't confirm or deny whether there will or whether there won't, but there might be another rant from me tonight. It's crazy. It's not Avicii. It's Blessings by Calvin Harris. I'm actually going to put a new song soon. But I keep on getting copywritten for all the songs that I try to put in. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. You know what? I feel like letting my hair down tonight. I feel like letting my hair down. You know what? The hair's coming out tonight. The hair is coming out tonight. So we've got so much to talk about. I've done quite a bit of research into a couple of things which seem to be bugging me, and they also seem to be bugging a lot of people connected to Liverpool. So we're going to go over that. We're also just going to look at the broken promises, because it looks like we know what the broken promises were. And we're also going to have a little look at the Gahey one as well, because Gahey's actually playing now. So free Isaac and free the hair. Absolutely. Free the hair and free Isaac. That's brilliant. Free Isaac and free the hair. I absolutely love it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I don't know whether that's sarcasm, but but I'll take it. Okay, so let's do a Gahey watch as well. Yeah, let's do a Gahey watch. How's he getting on? Crystal Palace. Are they playing tonight? Aren't they playing like someone called Fred or something? 37 minutes gone and it's 0-0. They've had 8 shots and 3 on target. Okay, there you go. Live update. We're doing a Gahey watch. Also, big up MHF. Big up Mo, and big up Don. Absolute legends. Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. No, we're definitely not getting a sponsored head shave. No, we're not getting a sponsored head shave. No, it's took me over 2 years to grow my hair. I'm definitely not doing a head shave. By the way, Gahey's got the highest score, 7.4 on FootMob. So Gahey's the best player on the pitch, which is probably why we want to sign him. So there you go. I'll do a Crystal Palace watch, okay, in the background, all right, just for you lot, all right. I'm also going to move you lot onto the stream as well, okay. Big up Aliez. I'm going to do a couple of shout outs to people as well. Big up Aliez, big up James, big up Man Like Jav, big up Liverpool Goals, big up Hayech, big up Goat, Mr. Sky Blue, Polo, Felix, not seen you before, good to have you here. Shankly, Kingsman, good to have you in the house. Edward, Tony, not seen you here before, good to have you in. Farid, I think I've seen you before. Drunk Virgo, one of the old boys. I don't know whether you're old, but one of the old guard. Alex, David, Mikey, good to have you in, mate. Also, big up Josh. Big up Melon Dope as well, one of my first subscribers. Big up Dave. Who else have we got? LFC Monster, Harrison. Good to have you in, mate. Who else have we got? I think Bugger Boy. Brad Pitt fan. Someone has to be. Someone has to be. Anton, Hakon, and I am Jono. YNWA, Morton, Kado, everyone's dropping in nicely. Nikki, Gary, big up Gary. Awesome. Okay. 267 you in here. Hit the like and subscribe if you can, please. And thank you so much for me hitting 1,800 subscribers. Means a lot. Target was 1,800 by the end of August. Already hit that. Thank you so much. Also at nearly 400 members as well, which is amazing. Organic membership as well, from 1,800 subscribers to 400 members. It's pure organic. Absolutely love it. I appreciate it so much. Also big up Jay Ruiz, and also big up Demi. Okay, and Citizen Dane as well. Okay, I've covered everybody now. Okay, everybody's been talked about. Okay, great. Right. Where do we start? Okay, so let's start with not pulling my hair out. Let's start with some of the latest news. Okay, so first of all, also big up Bruno, who's just dropped in. Sorry. As always, do a little bit of a screen share. First of all, hashtag free Isaac. The guy's training on his own again. The guy's training on his own again. Like, what I don't get, yeah, I'm not going to go on a rant now, by the way. Okay, I promise you that. What I don't get is you're not even trying to integrate the guy. Like he can't even train with the first team. Like, that's not Isaac's choice that he doesn't want to train. That's Newcastle's choice that they don't want him to train with the first team. Like, Isaac hasn't said he doesn't want to train. Isaac never come out with that. Like, it's best for all situations that he stays away from the club. Like, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a really weird one. Like, he's not done Johan Visser's still training with the first team. Like, Isaac can still train with the first team. Like, he just wants to move. Like, that's all he wants. He wants to move. Like, he's made that perfectly clear with his post. Also, big up Eric. Really appreciate the memberships. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Everybody that's just received a membership, can you put some W's in the chat? I've got to be honest, I stole the W's thing from Don Usam. Big up, Don. I really did. Like, he started doing it. I just thought it was a great idea. So I've included it on mine. I'm sure Don's fine with it, to be fair. But, yeah, absolutely. Big up for the membership. Brilliant stuff. So now he's training on his own. Okay. It's interesting because they're training to play against us. And what I loved is Arnie Slot's press conference where he said, Isaac's not playing against us, is he? That's absolutely brilliant. Like, to drop that one in the press conference. Yeah, Isaac's not playing against us, is he? Like, the absolute cheek of it. I love it. I absolutely love it. If you haven't watched the press conference, go and watch it because Arnie's in really good spirits, which is great. And he also talks about the new Italian kid by saying, yeah, he's a good-looking lad, isn't he? Good-looking lad. Great on the ball, good in the air. Like, he's only had 3 training sessions, but looks like he can be a player. Like, that's from Arnie. Arnie said it how it is. I will give you an update on Frimpong now. Frimpong's done his hamstring. He's going to be out till the end of the international tournament, which is a real shame. It's a real shame. It was interesting because Arnie got asked about injuries, and I mean, Arnie kind of hit the nail on the head really by saying, look, at the end of the day, like, Jerome Frimpong hasn't got injury issues. Like, this is just one of those things. And it's probably the fact that he's had to play quite a lot of games in a short amount of time because we haven't got any other right backs. Because usual suspect, Connor Bradley, is out injured again. But Connor Bradley's had his first training session, which is good news, which means that He's going to be back for a couple of games probably, and then probably get injured again because that's what Conor Bradley does. Conor Bradley can't string together more than 5 games. That seems to be a common theme, which we obviously need to work on with the medical staff and him, and I'm sure we will. He's out till the end of the international break, so he misses the Newcastle game and the Arsenal game, and obviously 2 of the Dutch games, which, to be honest, is a good thing that he's missing the international games. Because if he came back before the international tournament, then he'd come back and go straight on international duty, and he could aggravate his hamstring again. So that's a good thing. Joe Gomez had to drop out of training, according to Arnie. So he couldn't do 3 training sessions in a row. So he had to drop out of 2 of them. So they're trying to get Gomez back up to fitness as well. But he did say Dominic Szoboszlai could play right back. He said Endo, and then he quickly pivoted to Don because one of the media guys talked about the substitutions. And what I also thought was hilarious was he talked about the substitutions and he said, it didn't go too well, did it, with the substitutions? And then Arnie went, what do you mean? Chiesa scored and and Endo got an assist. They were involved in both the goals. So Arnie was like, what are you talking about? So he shut the media up. And they also talked about the fact that Frimpong came off, the substitutions that were made. And then he said, yeah, I got a bit of stick for taking Frimpong off, but I was right to do that because he did his hamstring. So, I love the fact that Arnie's right a lot. Isn't he? And if he's not right, then he corrects his wrongs. Endo didn't do great when he came on because he got rinsed. So he put him into midfield. He took McAllister off, put him into midfield, and then put Dominic Szoboszlai on the right wing, and it worked. Leone can play right back, can he? I didn't know he could play right back. That's interesting. I disagree with that. I think Canate and Robbo killed us. They were shit. Break it down how you want. But even Slot said that Robbo and Canate were at fault for one of the goals. They didn't get back in time. And we were overloaded. We had three midfielders in their box on the second goal. That's just not good enough. Arnie said it. I mean, the Ordonez one, I might as well bring this one up. So who's mentioned that? Is it? Let me just bring this one up. I might as well cover some more news. Okay, so the Ordonez one, I've actually got you an update here. So Crystal Palace are looking at Ordonez as a replacement for Guehi. So it's claimed that Crystal Palace have identified Club Bruges centre-back Joel Ordonez as a potential target, while Mark Guehi remains subject to interest from Liverpool. So that's in the Daily Mirror today. So it looks like Palace are looking at centre-backs, and they've already had 2 bids rejected for centre-backs. So it's not like Palace aren't trying to get business done. They just don't have money to get business done. But the Eze money is obviously going to help things because there's rumours that Crystal Palace could potentially get Kivior from Arsenal because Arsenal are looking to sell some players. Arsenal have spent over 200 million and have got no revenue back in. They haven't made any money whatsoever on player sales. So they need to get some money back in to balance the books. And Quivior, they might get 30 million, they might get 25 million. Yeah, Kivior's going to Palace. I think so as well. I think that makes a lot of sense. It could have been part of the Eze conversation, like because Eze's going to Arsenal. We all know that. It's a great signing, by the way, by Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. I do think Eze's a good player. I really do. The Guehi one, I think, will happen. Like, there's so many people that think it will happen. I mean, Jan Molby did a podcast today where he just said, "Get it done." Like, it's like a secret which isn't a secret anymore. Like, it's going to happen. The Guehi one is going to happen. He's only got eyes for Liverpool. He's not going to go on a free transfer because the Palace board won't allow it. And talking about Arsenal, it's a nice record to have, in it. Isn't that a nice record to have, Arteta? Most money spent since a major trophy. Arsenal have spent €1 billion since they last won a trophy. Let that one sink in. Let that one sink in. Chelsea can't even hold that one. And I want Chelsea to hold that. But Chelsea have spent a bag full of money. Chelsea have won trophies. Whether you think they're good trophies or not is irrelevant. Chelsea are still winning trophies. They always will. And they spent a boatload of cash. But 1 billion, Arteta, and you've won nothing. Zero. No trophies. Like, Glasner's won 2 trophies before you. Like, Glasner's won 2 trophies in his first season. Let that one sink in. Let that one sink in. Thought you might like that one, chat. Another interesting one as well, which I have to bring up, is this one. This was mentioned today on Sky Sports. Liverpool are in the market for an attacker, not just a striker. They want someone who can play as a 9, as a winger, as a 10. Someone that can play multiple positions. Who can that be? Who could that person be? Anyone in the chat? Who do you think that person could be that can play multiple positions? Answers on the back of a postcard. Nearly 300 of you in here. Hit the like and subscribe, please. And someone write in the chat who they think it could be. So Isaac obviously is a number 9. We all know that. Yeah? Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess, John. Not a bad guess. So if you're looking for a guy that can play a number of positions, I don't think you need to look any further. I'm not sure you need to look any further. Liverpool have entered the race for Rodrigo. Oliveira, 32 Pablo, the agents of Rodrigo are currently in the UK negotiating on behalf of the client, with Liverpool interested in him as a Diaz replacement. Do you see the Diaz replacement? Do you see that? It's not Alvarez. It's not Alvarez. Like, I've had this conversation. Like, it's not. We're not going to get Alvarez from Diego Simeone. Did you not see the other manager who hasn't won any trophies and has spent a boatload of cash? It was him. He ain't going to sell him. He ain't going to sell him. So Rodrigo's agents are in the UK, and do you know who Rodrigo's agent is? Anyone? Anyone know the first name of Rodrigo's agent? Pina. So Rodrigo's agent is in the UK, and a little bit of interesting information, which I can tell you, is This is what is currently in negotiation. 80 million. Estimated current wage is 200,000. Rodrigo's salary will be set between 200 and 250,000 pounds a week. Man City have pulled out of Rodrigo, by the way. Pause. Man City aren't involved in Rodrigo no more. Nope. Man City's board pulled the plug on Savinho going to Tottenham because the person at Manchester City who's in charge of transfers, and it's not Pep, highly rates Savinho and does not want him to leave. And they pull the plug on it. So that deal's off. And Doku's not going anywhere. So Manchester City don't have the space to even register a Rodrigo. Never mind play him. They haven't got the capacity. Liverpool have been linked with Rodrigo all summer. All summer. Like, we're supposed to have met him in New York. We've supposed to have had these conversations all summer. We've literally just signed 2 players from Bayer Leverkusen. You don't think we had conversations with Alonso last year about those 2 players? You really don't think we've got a good relationship with Alonso, who's ex-Liverpool legend? I feel like maybe 1 or 2 need to leave Liverpool to make this the best transfer window in history. Like, I feel there's a few more players that need to move out, and then the Isaac, the Rodrigos, the Guehi's come in and just complete it. We've completed football. You know, that's what I feel like. I feel like we're almost at the football completion stage. If we get Isaac, Rodrigo, and Guehi, the quad is on. The quad is on. Like, I can't see anything else. The quad is 100% on. That team has got so much talent, and the backup is just as good as the first team stuff. Like, you're going to take a Wirtz out and you're going to put a Szoboszlai in. You're going to take a McAllister out and you're going to put a Curtis Jones in. Like, you have so much there. You take a Frimpong out, you put a Bradley in. You take a Isaac out and you put an Ekatike in. You take a Rodrigo out and you put a Cody Gapco in. Like, unfortunately, you take a Kirkez out and you put a Robbo in, but it is what it is. And you take a Virgil out and you put a Guehi in. Or you take a Canate out and you put a Guehi in. Or you take a Guehi out and you put a Leone in. And then you've even got Gomez there as backup. You know, you've got Gomez there as backup. You've got Trey Naoni. You'll have Rio Gigamoa. You'll have Jaden Dans. You know, you take an Allison out, you put a Mamadash. Like, honestly, like, and then you've got, like, whether you take, if Mo needs to move, if Ekatike needs to come out at all, then you've also got the likes of Chiesa, because we're keeping Chiesa. So we've completed football. We'd have completed football. I don't want Cody to drop out. I don't, Mr. Sky Blue. But if Rodrigo's agent is in the UK, then he's in the UK. But, like, I want as many players as I can get at Liverpool. Like, I want to be greedy. I want us to spend 500 million because it's not my money and I don't care. And I'm so glad we're not owned by a state ownership or any oil. Like, this is just pure money. This is money generated from player sales and from just being ran like an unbelievable business. And that's what I want. Like, if we can have a Rodrigo, an Isaac, and a Guehi at the end of the window we've completed football. But if we don't get Rodrigo, then we don't get Rodrigo. I'm not going to cry about it. But we need to get Isaac and Guehi. Those two are the key pieces to the jigsaw puzzle, which put us on 1 trophy, 2 trophy, 3 trophy. That's what those do. Without them, potentially 1, maybe 2. But those 2 pieces in the jigsaw puzzle send you to another level. But Rodrigo as well, that takes you much higher. That's taking you to levels where potentially the quad, potentially a treble. Because he plays everywhere. He plays on the right, which means that you haven't got to rely on Frimpong there now. And if there's problems with Conor Bradley's fitness, you're okay with Frimpong. You don't need to then put him in the right wing position. You don't need to shoehorn other players into positions. You've got players all over the place that can play there. And I love Cody. I think he's brilliant. I mean, he's an absolute bagsman. Rodrigo will have to fight for that position with him. And you don't know who's going to win. Like, it could be Cody. It could be Rodrigo. Their numbers are quite similar. I'm fine. Semenyo's going to cost more than Rodrigo by the looks of it. Like, take your pick. I mean, take your pick seriously. I like Semenyo. Semenyo misses a lot of chances, by the way. Like, you need to look at his numbers. Like, he takes a lot of shots and misses a lot of chances. And you are getting a guy from Bournemouth. You're getting a Rodrigo from Real Madrid, who's a serial winner. Like, you're putting more winners into the team. You want more winners in your team. You really do. It's an interesting one. I have to just put it out there. Apparently the meeting's in London, not Liverpool, by the way. I'm just saying that. But you have to put it out there. And that's the reason why I'm saying it. And then you have the conversation with Sky Sports. And we've heard it from a couple of journos. Liverpool aren't just looking for a number 9. They're looking for another player that can play multiple positions in attack. We're not linked with anyone apart from Rodrigo. We're not even linked with Fofana anymore. So you have to just look at it and go, this could be something. There could be something there. There might be nothing there, but there could be something there. What else have I got for you? So the Kivior to Palace, I'll just bring that one in because that's in the Evening Standard. Okay, that's a separate move. Okay, that's a separate move. I just wanted to stress that one. Okay, over 280 of you in here. You absolute legends. Also wanted to bring this one up as well. Wolves are facing a fight to keep Jurgen Strand Larsen. So Newcastle are trying to get him for around 60 million. They're really close, by the way, to this deal. They're really close. Okay. So don't be surprised if he ends up at Newcastle. They are really close. They're only 5 million short. Okay. So this one is close. And he will be one of the main players. So they're looking to get Visser as well. Visser's still on, by the way. Like, that's still not a deal that won't happen. Like, but they won't go any higher than 40 million. So you need to look at that one as well. The Visser one, I'll just put that up there because we all know about it, but it was 35 million plus 5 million add-ons. It got rejected. They obviously want 60 million. They're not going to get 60 million. Like, they're not going to get 60 million for a guy who's got 1 year left on his contract. But apparently he's got a 1 year extension on there. So they're classing him as he's actually got 2 years. But I think they'll probably go to about 45 and they'll probably get that done. I mean, you're signing players from Wolves. Like, I'm sorry, but there's a food chain, and Newcastle are above Wolves in that food chain for me. So that's the one that I think that'll probably get done. Just while we're here, though, we just have to salute this guy. Royalty. Only player that's won 3 Players of the Year awards. Only player in Premier League history that's done it. It's our guy. And he might win it again. He might win it again next year. He's already scored a goal. He's already back up and running. I think 45 million will probably get it done as well. You're right. And you are right. You are right, real. Like, he wants it tax free, so it is going to be around 340. You're right. You are right on that one, mate. They are monster wages. But if Liverpool are willing to offer them, then it's not my money. Like, it's genuinely not my money. It's genuinely not my money. What else have I got for you? I've got loads of stuff here. Maldini regen. Too soon? Maybe too soon. Maybe too soon on that one. That's fair enough. And he's back. Conor Bradley is back in training, which is great news. So let's see how we get on, because the game's not till Monday. Conor Bradley might have had a few training sessions in there. Maybe he can play him for half a game and then Gomez for the other half. But we can't be putting Endo or Szoboszlai up in that game. We can't. I'm sorry. We need to have a recognised right back. And if we've got Gomez and we've got Bradley in there of some capacity, rotate it. Like, try and make it work. Try and make that one work for me. What else have we got? A couple of outgoings. Obviously, if you haven't heard the news, Stefan Bajcetic will be leaving Liverpool before the start of the season. What am I talking about? Before the end of the window. You've got Girona as a possible club, which is weird because that's Manchester City's club, which I find odd. And a couple of clubs from Portugal and Italy. No English Premier League clubs are currently interested in Stefan Bajcetic. And it will be a sale. We're looking at a sale for him. So let's see what happens there. And everybody thinking we're going to get loads of money for him. I'm sorry, but we ain't going to get anything over maybe 15 million. Also, this is another bit of a breaking one, which is from Ben Jacobs, who seems to be dropping these ones, by the way. Liverpool preference is to keep Harvey Elliott. So any of you Elliott sexuals in the chat, that must be music to your ears. But Harvey Elliott agreed terms with Leipzig. So I don't know, but Elliott's agreed terms with Leipzig already now. That's been confirmed from Florian Plettenberg. But Ben Jacobs is saying that Liverpool are trying to keep Elliott. So I don't understand where that's from when you've got Lewis Steele, Florian Plettenberg, other people saying that, well, Liverpool want to get rid of Elliott. Like, Elliott is for sale. Like, so I find that a weird one going back in the opposite direction. Also, non-Liverpool related, but I'll have to bring it up because Indy's dropped it, and there's a couple of people in the chat that might not like this, but Tottenham are looking at Magnus Akalushi as a replacement for Eze, because they never got Eze. That's a good replacement, and they'll probably end up paying like 45 for him. Good player, plays for Monaco, Liverpool have looked at him. If Liverpool do want him, by the way, we might go for him, and that's the reason why I brought it up. Is if Liverpool do want a winger who can play multiple positions, then he could be one that we have looked at. And if Tottenham are going to go for him, we might pull the trigger early. So just be aware of that one. Just look out for that one, because that might happen. We've done it to Tottenham before. We did it with Luis Diaz. We've done it with Cody Gakpo. Like we've gone and got players because other clubs were going for them, and they were on our list, and maybe they weren't on our list at the top, but yeah, and Ekitike we did as well. I also want to bring this up with Guehi. Liverpool tipped to land Premier League start despite 10 million standoff. Palace won 55 million. We want to pay. Palace won 55 million. We want to pay 35 million, but we're going up to 45 million. So there's going to be a 10 million standoff, but we're going to get our man. That's in the mirror. Okay. More stuff for you. I've got loads of Isaac stuff in a bit, so don't worry. I also want to bring this one up as well, which I found interesting, which gives me the real feeling that Chiesa's not going. Where is it? Here. So from Buying Spaces, in case you don't know this, from Buying Spaces, Bayern's Ebrel and Freund contacted Chiesa's agent Ramadani in recent hours, eyeing a move from Liverpool. Chiesa fully committed to Anfield, rejected flat-out talks. Chiesa's going nowhere. Like, he's turned down Bayern Munich. And I did say, I think Bayern will come sniffing round more of our players. And I did say that Cody could be one that leaves. It could still happen if we get Rodrigo. I'm just saying, like, they have been linked with Cody for quite a few months. And it's a player they've liked. So I'm just going to put that one out there. I mean, I don't want him to go. I certainly don't want him to go. I'm a massive fan. But Chiesa's staying. Yeah, Crystal Palace have took the lead. Mateta, who else? 18 shots, 5 on target. Like, they're absolutely battering them. Mark Guehi's got an 8 on SofaScore. He's the best player on the pitch, according to anyone watching the game. Even Mateta's not got a better score than him. Guehi's having an absolute stormer by the looks of it. He's created 3 chances. Oh, he's created 2 big chances, Guehi, in this game through his long passing. And he's had 2 shots blocked. He's also missed a big chance. He's had 87 touches, 2 in the box. Accurate long ball, 7 out of 10. 4 clearances, 2 headed clearances. Can't head the ball, can he? Ground duels won 3 out of 3. Aerial duels won 3 out of 3. Not a very good defender, is he? Anyway, there you go. So Mark Guehi's having a banger. That's the update on Chiesa. What else have we got? Have we got anything which isn't Isaac related, so I can jump into the Isaac stuff? 2 seconds. I found this one interesting. This is from the Mail. So Chelsea have less than 2 weeks to prove to UEFA that they have balanced their books enough to be permitted to add their summer signings to the Champions League squad. I didn't know this was a thing. So this is probably the reason why Chelsea are trying to offload half their squad. This is probably the reason why they're trying to do it, because if they don't balance the books for UEFA, then they won't be able to register their new players in the Champions League. I didn't know this. Like, I don't know whether you knew this, but I also wanted to show you this because this is how crazy Chelsea is. Okay, this is how crazy Chelsea is. I have got a squad. I've got a Chelsea squad of players that Chelsea are trying to sell, and it makes up a team. It's worth 295 million. And they are all players that Chelsea are trying to sell. It literally makes up an entire team. Makes up an entire team. So you've got Nkunku, 35 million. You've got Jackson, 50 million. I mean, I've got to be honest, these are quite, they're not crazy numbers, like as in prices. Like, I know they price Jackson at like 100 million, but they've got it as 50 million, which is quite conservative. You've got Sterling, 10 million. You've got Viega, 25 million, who's about to be sold, by the way, for 25 million. You've got Chimawenka, who's potentially going to go to Leipzig as a replacement for Xavi Simons if they don't get Elliott. And the reason they might not get Elliott is because Crystal Palace are now in for Elliott. So that's an interesting one. Lavia, 40 million. Chilwell, 15 million. Disasi, 22 million. They're trying to sell him as well. He's potentially going to go. Badashili, 22 million. Colwell's 55 million. And Selena is 3.5 million. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of players that Chelsea. I know, and the weird sale of Enciso to Strasbourg, even though he's under Chelsea's, even though he's going to be a Chelsea player, and Strasbourg can't loan more than 3 players from Chelsea, and they've already got 3 players. Like what? Like I can't even get my head around what they do. Like, they were fined 40 million earlier in the year. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Big up to Tahir for the information there, mate. I think Chiesa will spend a lot of time coming off the bench. I think Chiesa could be our Minamino. I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that? Like, he could be our Minamino, gets us to a cup final. I'm cool with that. Gets us to a couple of cup finals. I'm all right with that. Like, we paid 10 million for him. Like really? Like, what do you expect? You paid 10 million for him. Like, do a job. So, non-related Liverpool stuff. I've got 2 more things. So this was the Kai Havertz injury. Yeah. So the only tackle that Kai Havertz got in the game where he could have been injured was in the 93rd minute, and he came on in the 60th minute. Like, talk about bad luck. The guy is absolutely crocked. I'm sorry, the guy's crocked. Like he's walked under every ladder under the sun, hasn't he? And he's walked under all the ladders that you see outside. He's gone under them. Like he's absolutely crocked. There's someone with a voodoo doll sticking pins in him. Like, he's jilted an ex-girlfriend or something, and she's got voodoo out, and she's like, and during that game, she like bent his legs like this in the 93rd minute, and he's done. So he's going to be out now for a couple of months. And he said years. I nearly said years. He's going to be out for a couple of months, and he's crocked. And now they got Eze in. The question I've got about Eze, I think Eze is a great player, by the way. Eze's going into an Arsenal team with some good players. Like, he's going into an Arsenal team with Kai Havertz, Ethan Nwaneri, Odegaard, like Moreno. Like, they can all play in the number 10. They can all play in that, like, floaty midfielder role. Like, that's a lot of players in that position. Like, that is a lot of players in that position. When he goes into the Tottenham team and he walks into that team to replace Maddison, who's injured, who's out for the season, not coming back, you're done, you're the guy to replace him. Like, make it work. I don't know. They're both in the Champions League. I don't know. I feel like that. No, Havertz is now for the season. He's only out for like 3 months. He's out for about 3 months. It's a weird one. I get it. Like, I get it. Like, you're 27. You want one more big payoff. You'll get a good payday at Arsenal, but you're going in with a lot of players. Like, a lot of players there. I don't know. I feel like you went to Tottenham. You probably would have showcased yourself a bit more, if I'm honest. I'm now just jumping into the Liverpool stuff now. Okay, so found this one really interesting from Ben Boxer. You haven't checked him out? He's on Anfield Podcast. Brilliant. Anfield Index Podcast. Let me just make it a little bit bigger so you can read it. So, suggestions Liverpool only signed Ekitike to spite Newcastle are nonsense. They've been talking to his agent since March. The plan was always to get both Isak and Ekitike. They were never going to let Newcastle have him, especially with no guarantee of the Isak transfer. And this is the thing I wanted to mention. Because people are talking about it. And people are saying that, like, oh, Ekitike was a big Newcastle target. I don't think he was. I think he was another panic because they missed out on so many. So, according to someone from The Athletic, I can't remember who he is, the main right winger target for Newcastle was Brian Mbeumo. Yeah, he was the main target for the right wing. That was Brian Mbeumo. 100%. Yeah. They never got him. The main target to replace Callum Wilson was Delap. They never got Delap. They missed out on those two players. They were their main targets, Delap and Mbeumo, and they never got both. They then had to pivot to look at other players. They were never in for Cunha. Whoever said they were in for Cunha is talking nonsense. They were never in for Cunha. They then moved on to Elanga. And they went for Elanga because they'd already had conversations with Elanga the year before and they never got him that time. So they went back for him and they knew they'd have to pay big, but they knew they could get Elanga. But he wasn't their main target. He wasn't their main target. And Mbeumo was their main target. They then got Elanga. They then went from Delap to João Pedro. They didn't get João Pedro. Then they went for Sesko. Sesko was never their main target because they didn't think they could get Sesko. Like, they never really planned for Sesko because they didn't think they could get him. And he was also linked with Chelsea. He was linked with Arsenal. He was linked with Arsenal for ages. So they didn't think they were going to get Sesko. And the Ekitike one, they went for Ekitike because they panicked. And he's also a player they wanted for a while, but they never thought they could get him. But that was one that was just vanity because they knew they wouldn't be able to get Ekitike because they knew Liverpool was talking to him. They knew Chelsea wanted him. He was linked with Manchester United. So he's linked with teams that were going to pay big bucks and they didn't have big bucks to pay. And they also knew that he would want high wages because Mamouche left and went on £300,000 a week at Manchester City. They knew that Ekitike would be looking at a big pay rise to go to the Premier League. And they never got that done either. So that's kind of where Newcastle sit. Yeah. So the whole thing about Liverpool were always going to go for Ekitike once somebody else bid, because they were never guaranteed Isaac. So if we weren't guaranteed Isaac, which we're not, by the way, Newcastle can still stop the move. Like, that can still happen. Then we've gone for Ekitike. If you can't get both, if you're not guaranteed both, at least get one. Like, you can come away with one at least, and then maybe you go back for the other one another time if that can't get done. And then it's a case of, well, we got Ekitike, that's one of our main targets done. Then we've let the other main target know we want you as well, but you might have to agitate, and now he's doing that. So that's where we sit. And what I will cover is I will cover the Isaac stuff now. Okay. So we're 55 minutes in. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, please do. Really appreciate it. Means a lot. Can I have one of the mods check on the likes, please? Can you see if I'm at 100? Really appreciate that. If you can let me know if I'm at 100. Really appreciate that. And I've had 2 subscribers since we've started, which is brilliant. Thank you very much. What I will do, though, quickly, I'm just going to pop this up now. I'm just going to do a quick sponsor. So I also want to thank... Oh, hang on. Why isn't that in the thing? Okay, we'll put it there. It's fine. I also want to thank Match Bingo for sponsoring the show today. You can check out the link in my chat. Sorry, in my description, and also you can scan the QR code right now to download it on your app. You can download it on Apple and also Android. A couple of deals that we've got on is with Match Bingo right now. If you buy 4 bingo cards, you get 1 free. And obviously with the QR code, if you deposit £5, you get £10 free. And I'm just going to check how many are in for the game on Friday. Big game coming on Friday, which is West Ham and Chelsea. There's 40 players currently on that game, and 126 cards have been bought. And I can see right now that a couple of you are scanning the QR code, which is brilliant. Thank you very much. There's also the Manchester City Tottenham game, which is a good one, which has currently got 12 players in there with 25 cards that have been sold. And if you want to just play around and check it out, there's other games that are available, and you can also do just a bingo game, which I did recently, which was Arsenal Real Madrid, which was last season's game, which was 3-0. That's my bingo card. I got 1 line and I won 50 quid. So just saying, there was 41 players that did it with £350 that was available, and I got 1 line, which wins me, as you can see, 50 quid. So honestly, it's pretty good. I've won quite a lot on the bingo card game. It's just bingo. But I also want to thank Match Bingo for sponsoring the show today, and you can check out the QR code there. I'll leave it on for a little bit, and obviously in my description, click on the link, have a look at there, have a look at the website, have a look at the product. It's there. Go and check it out today, and remember, gamble responsibly. Okay, let's move on. Right, so where was I? So we're getting into the Isaac stuff now. This is the juicy stuff. Yeah, this is the juicy stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a clip from my source. Okay, clip from my source. Okay, I'm going to bring it up big here. Okay, Alexander Isak's camp have informed Newcastle United he will not play for the club again. Okay? The Swedish striker made it clear to Newcastle back in March, April 2025 that his time was over and asked for an immediate solution for the transfer this summer. Isak is said to be very disappointed with Newcastle, who, despite knowing his stance for months, have not facilitated a transfer and continue pushing to keep him. As exclusively revealed, personal terms with Liverpool are already agreed. This is my source. And he revealed this like about a month ago. Now the situation is heading into huge, decisive final days of the transfer window, with Newcastle under pressure and ready to move. Newcastle under pressure and Liverpool ready to move. Movements from Liverpool's side expected after the games against Newcastle United. Okay, now this is where it gets a bit crazy, okay, because there was also a piece that came out from a newspaper, the Daily Mail, today, about the real reason why Alexander Isak is angry and has been left in limbo by Newcastle. And I'm now going to cover this. Where am I? Is this it here? Right, okay. So, let's dive into this. Liverpool are preparing another bid for Newcastle United's Alexander Isak. Let me just move this out of the way, sorry. The Reds had previously a bid of 110 million plus add-ons for the Swedish striker, but the deal was rejected. Now, as Newcastle edge closer to signing Johan Visser and also line up Wolves star Jurgen Strand Larsen, Liverpool are preparing a new bid for Isak. Let me get rid of that as well. Why can't I move that onto the side? I don't know why I can't move that. Is there a way of being able to just move that? I don't know why. Anyway, I can't do it anymore. Reports from Spain have indicated that a new bid will be worth somewhere in the region of 138 million. The club view this massive fee as worthwhile. However, okay, someone's still scanning. How can you scan the QR code if it's not there? Anyway, big up whoever's scanning the QR code. Appreciate it. However, as they think his arrival would bridge the gap following the imminent end to the Salah era. A bid may come in after the two clubs face each other on Monday, as Newcastle are unlikely to sell their best player to the team right before they play the team. From the player's perspective, it has now got to the point where he is publicly pushing for a move, and he put out a statement before the PFA Awards. It was actually during the PFA Awards, where he spoke of Newcastle's broken promises and benefits of change for both parties. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because I'm now going to cover this part, which is new. So this is the reason why broken promises were made. Where is it? Just bear with me. Okay, here. It's in the Daily Mail as well. Actually, I've already told you it's in the Daily Mail. So this is it here. Hang on, let me do that. Right. Newcastle United's broken promises infuriate Alexander Isak. According to the Daily Mail, 21st of August today, a story is circulating in well-placed circles, unconnected to either club, that Isak was under the impression a bid of 100 million or more would see his release from St. James Park this summer. That's the reason why Liverpool bid 110 million. That's the reason why. Big up, John. That's the reason why. Isaac has previously spoken about broken promises by his current club, and with the Magpies playing hardball over his departure, it would explain why the player has chosen to disown his squad. It is now believed that the Newcastle players would not welcome the striker back, despite Eddie Howe missing a natural centre forward with just days of the summer transfer window remaining. If you're told by your club, by your manager, by your director of football, by your COO, whoever he was told by, that you could go if 100+ million offer is made for you, and then a club come in and offer 110, why wouldn't you be pissed? Why wouldn't you be pissed off? Like, of course you'd be pissed off. Of course you'd be pissed off. I get it. Like, I get Liverpool won't go over 130 million. Spanish media saying 138 million. It's close to 150. It could be the one that gets. It could be the deal that gets done. And look, I also want to break this down as well because I've got a chart that I want to show you. If you kind of look at things from a Liverpool perspective, players in, players out, money here, money there, we are at about 55 million right now. We're sat at about 55 million at this minute. I'm going to replace this now, actually, 2 seconds. I've also got one more other Isaac thing that I wanted to show you before we go. We're not going anywhere. Before I move on to the ins and outs money. So, if you haven't checked this out, if you're a member of the Telegraph, which I'm not, but if you are a member of the Telegraph, please go and write a comment against this absolute asshole, Oliver Brown. You absolute brown-nosing shitface who's got your nose so far up Newcastle United's asshole that you can smell the PIF money through their fucking ass. I've said ass enough there, okay? But this guy, why would Liverpool want to lavish more than 130 million on a player capable of such infantile petulance? You little shithead. What a shithead he is. This is what I found brilliant. Because you basically got all the shills, yeah, doing the bidding for the PIF and Newcastle, yeah. Listen to some of the. Let me read you out some of the comments, or show you some of the comments that came from Liverpool fans. Okay, that replied to this tool bag. This one's brilliant, by the way. This is from Joe Allen. It could be Joe Allen, by the way. It could be our midfield maestro, Joe Allen. Amanda Staveley promised Isaac an extended contract and wage increase in March 2024. There's stuff in here that I didn't know about, by the way. Isaac would have been happy to sign that deal. Paul Mitchell reneged on that promise in July 2024 when he was hired, citing PSR concerns. He then handed Anthony Gordon a £54 million fat new 6-year deal in October 2024. Gordon was previously on 5 million annual wages. So Gordon's basically had a bump from 3 million to like 7.5. Is that any way to treat your most important player and 27 goal striker? Like, Alexander Isak has already been shafted by not getting a new deal. But for then the director of football to give someone who scored 6 goals a bumper double your pay deal. Isaac sat there going, what? Like, what do I have to do for this club? Like, do I need to cut my veins and like just pour blood onto the pitch? Like, honestly, like, because Isaac's been absolutely shafted by Newcastle. Like, they've just been rinsing him. Basically, just been rinsing him. Just use Isaac. Never mind free Isaac. They've been using Isaac. Like, Eddie Howe considered resigning over clashes with Mitchell. This is true, by the way. This is absolutely true. And Mitch, he got his own way, and Mitchell left. But Mitchell was with them for 9 months, and the way he screwed Alexander Isak over. So this is mainly the reason why Eddie Howe fell out with Mitchell, because he knew that he screwed Isak over. Mitchell questioned whether the club's recruitment strategy was fit for purpose. Howe stressed the importance of collaboration between manager and sporting director, rather than being relegated to a role of junior partner with no input. Mitchell wanted Eddie Howe to just be the coach. Just sit down, be the coach, shut up. I'm going to run things my way. Yeah. And I've got my mate, who's the guy who's got bone cancer, who's going to leave the club. He's my boss. You're not my boss. He's my boss. And that's how Mitchell worked. Mitchell only worked with his mates. That's why he got on really well with Monaco. That's why he left Tottenham. Left Tottenham because he had a falling out with Levy. So that's the reason why. And that's probably the reason why we didn't get Mitchell. He sounds like an absolute tool. 11 months, Mitchell did not even bring in one first team player. Like, that's how bad Mitchell's been. Alexander Isak is an ingrate. Oliver Brown needs to have a word with himself. I think that's brilliant, by the way. That's a Liverpool fan, just talking sense. And this is another comment. All good stuff, by the way. All constructive stuff. Not just like, Oliver, you're a prick, like what I'd say, because he is. This one's good. This is another Liverpool fan. So this is Stuart Johnson, who's a Newcastle. I would reiterate that Liverpool would be foolish to take Isak. They don't need him, especially now he has shown his true colours. Next best stop to buy. Thomas Glenn, who's a Newcastle fan, backing him up. Totally agree. Liverpool, for a good or bad reasons, are reorganising the squad. I can't imagine Isak would fit in. Literally, Newcastle fans all like bumping each other's gums, going, "Yay, let's keep Isak. We can't let him go. He's not going to fit in at Liverpool." Assholes. Don't know your ass from your elbow. And then this one, which is really good, by the way. Got to show you this one. Okay, this is Harry Mercer, then Jimmy RM, who's from Liverpool, and then Dave Hughes, just like literally putting in the haymaker. LFC are behind all of this. They are renowned for using media and scrupulous tactics. And then Jimmy RM from Liverpool, another conspiracy theory from Newcastle fans. Nothing to do with us, though. And then you've got Dave Hughes, who's definitely a Scouser. 130 charges for Newcastle's owners sponsoring the activities of the RSF. Let's compare scrupulous, underhanded tactics, Harry? I just love the comment sections, like in some of these papers. You should have a look. There's like 700 comments going in that Telegraph piece. It's really good. It's a good read, but it's just good just listening to all the Newcastle fans just whinging. All whinging and whinging and whinging about potential Isak leaving. Like, I love it. Okay, so there's 270 of you in here. Hit the like, subscribe, please, and also check out Match Bingo. I'm going to put the QR code back up again for a little bit. Anyone else want to get involved? Scan it now, and I'm going to bring up this image, and we're going to have a little conversation. We're going to have a little conversation now about absolute asshole officials. Okay, so we understand that VAR is crap, and we understand that players handle the ball. Yeah, we understand that happens. Yeah, And the whole handball rule is all a little bit all over the place. But the fact that the Bournemouth guy, who was their main centre-back, pushed the ball away with his fingers and he was the last man and Ekitike was clean through, it's a straight red card. Do we all agree on that? It's a straight red card. Yeah, straight red card. I thought I'd go and have a look at some of the rules for why you have VAR. Yeah, I thought I'd just take a look at that and see, how that plays out. Yeah. So VAR for unseen incidents explained. Yeah. The VAR has a short window to intervene with unseen incidents. If the ball is in play, VAR has until the next restart of play. If the ball is out of play, VAR has until the second restart of play. The FA's retrospective disciplinary process remains for incidents not captured by the match officials. That's interesting, because what was the reason why the referee didn't give anything? Is because he didn't see the handball. But guess who did see the handball? VAR. And isn't it really interesting that the person in the photograph for unseen incidents explaining VAR is the guy that was VAR and didn't give it? Michael Oliver. What an absolute douchebag. And what I will say, this is not going to be the first or the last. I'm telling you, there's going to be more incidents that occur with that corrupt fuckface who has ruined season after season for Liverpool and Arsenal. I'm not saying Arsenal haven't been involved, because he's ruined seasons for Arsenal as well. Because Manchester City have to win. They have to win, and that guy has to do everything in his power to help them win. I'm convinced. I am totally convinced. There's nothing changing my mind that he isn't a corrupt fucker who's being paid by UAE. Don't care. Do not care what anyone else thinks. That's what I believe. Okay, so moving on from that, let's break down where this money's coming from. Yeah, let's break down where this money's coming from. Okay, so if you look at the amount of money that we've spent so far this window, yeah, this isn't my work, by the way. This is somebody else. So this is all in euros, by the way. So we can just do it in pounds. Okay, it's easy just to do it in pounds, and I'll do it on my calculator. But I just wanted you to see the actual visualization of the players as I talk about them. Okay, so we paid 100 million for Florian Wirtz. We all know it was 100 million. We haven't paid anything extra yet, but it's 100 million. We then paid 69 million for Hugo Ekitike. Not 79 million, 69 million. Yeah, 69 million. We then paid 35 million for Kirkes. Go and look it up. It's 35 million we paid. There's add-ons, but we paid 35. And then we paid 10 million for Frimpong. We haven't paid 35, we paid 10 million for Frimpong because we're paying in installments. So 10 million. We then paid 26 million for Leone. The rest is add-ons, which we haven't paid yet. 26. And then we paid 1.2 million, I think it was, for Pesci. But you might as well just put a million plus a million. That comes out at 241 million. Just say 240 million, just to make it easy. Yeah. So you got 240 million so far spent this window. Let's add 45 million for Gahey onto that, yeah? Plus 45 million for Gahey. Okay. That takes it up to 285 million. Okay, we're starting to get into big numbers now. We are getting into big numbers. And then if you want to add the cherry on top, let's put 130 million for Isaac, okay, as our maximum number. Yeah. Plus 130 million for Isaac. 415. Lewis Steele said that Liverpool will spend 500 million plus. I'm not making that number up. Enough journos out there have said Liverpool could enter 500 million in players purchased this season. That wasn't the number I picked. That wasn't the number I picked. This was a number that journos have said. Well, I look at 415. That's not 500. And I look at Malik Fofana on that list, and he doesn't have a value next to him. But what if you put a Rodrigo next to him? That's 80 million. Plus 80 million. Plus 1 million for Pesci. 496 million. 496 million. If you want to add the Mamadashvili money onto that, you might be able to, but I think the Mamadashvili money stays on previous season. Yeah, with Chiesa. I think that stays there at around 36 million that we spent. 496 million is close to 500. It's close to 500, and we may end up paying more for Guehi, and we may end up paying more for Isaac. If we pay 140, we're in the 5 million. If we pay 8 million more, like the 138 million the Spanish media are saying, we're in the 500s. So now you're looking at 500 million with your Isaac, your Guehi, and your Rodrigo. And I'm saying you've completed football with those three. Now we have to have the conversation about, well, how do we balance the books? How do we balance the books? So now let's balance the books. So I'm just starting with the 500. I'm just starting with 500, okay? Just take that number down, yeah? 500 million. Minus, okay, let's start minusing numbers off. 75 million. It wasn't 75 million. It was 65 million for Diaz. Like, we just need to be real with the numbers. It was 65 million. Minus Darwin Núñez was 53. I think he was 50. Well, minus 50. Minus Gerald Quansah, that was 35. Minus Queven Kelleher, that was 18. Minus Tyler Morton, that was 15. Minus Trent, that was 10. Minus Nat Phillips, that was 3. 300 million. 300 million. That's how much we'd have spent with all those players that have come off so far. We'd have spent 300 million, 304 million. Okay. Now you're looking at other players. Kostas Tsimikas, absolutely. Marseille are looking at him. That's potentially 15 million. Minus 15 million. We know we want to sell. Ben Doak's not on there. You're right. Missed out Ben Doak. I'm sorry. Minus 25 million. I missed out Ben Doak. My bad. Whoever just spotted that. Dave. Big up, Dave. Okay. Then we've got the big one. Harvey Elliott. We're trying to get rid of Harvey Elliott. We are. Let's conservatively put down 40 million for Harvey Elliott. Okay? 40 million. Oh, shit. I've just pressed the wrong button. Hang on. 500 minus 65. Sorry. Minus 50 minus 35 minus 18 minus 25 minus 10 minus 3 minus 15 minus 40. $239 million. 239 million. You got 191. How did you get 191? I don't know how you got 191. So you're minusing all of them off 500. No, it's 239 million. I've got 239 million. Hang on, let me do it again. Sorry, let me do it again. Minus 65, minus 50, minus 35, minus 25, minus 18, minus 15, minus 10, minus 3, minus 15, minus 40. 224. Bloody hell, I got that wrong. So 224 I've got as the number, yeah? And then you've also got potentially Kumas, who's now being linked. Well, say you put 10 million on Kumas, yeah? Say you just put a minus on Kumas, 10 million. We're at 214. So we're getting lower and lower and lower. Okay. You've got Arsenal, you've got Manchester United, you've got Manchester City, you've got those three teams have all spent over 200 million. Yeah. Arsenal would have spent nearly 270 million this window when they get Eze. That's nearly 270 million. No outgoings. Liverpool will have spent 214 million with Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak, Rodrigo, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez, Jerome Frimpong, Giovanni Leone, Mark Guehi. Oh, Patetic. I haven't even put Patetic in there. You're right. Patetic could be another 15. Okay, let's just put 200. Put 200. Let's just settle it at 200. For people to say that Liverpool are buying the league is just it's ridiculous. What Liverpool are doing is Liverpool are buying the best players in the world to make their team better for the next 5 years and replacing players with value still to replace those players. And it's unbelievable. I know Terry doesn't like net spend. I know Terry doesn't like net spend. I know that. But you've got to look at it. You have to look at it like that. Like, we're making a lot of money, but we're also spending a lot of money. It's in and out. But we could get our net spend this season to around 200 million with the purchase of Isak and Rodrigo. That's mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. Because those two players cost more than 200 million. Just alone. It's mind-blowing. It really is. I don't think we get 40, 50 million for Elliott. I think it probably will be around 30, 35. Like, I do agree with that. And you never know. Patetic might go for 15, 20. You never know, 15, 20. I put him at 15. So I just wanted to show you the sheet there, but I also wanted to show you the main team. Yeah, I wanted to show you the main team. So we've obviously reinforced the goalkeeper. So now we've got Mamadashvili as backup for Alisson, future-proofing in case Alisson keeps on getting injured in the next years or so. Mamadashvili can come in and do a brilliant job. You've then got Trent moved. You've then got Bradley as his replacement, but it looks like Frimpong is going to be Bradley's overstudy. So he's going to be the understudy to Frimpong. Frimpong's 24, Bradley's 21. It makes a lot of sense. Then you've got Canate. Well, you can have that conversation whether Canate stays or goes. You could add another 40 million onto that. If he goes at the end of the window, maybe. So you might be getting the net spend down to even 150 million, which is crazy. But I don't know. But let's just say he stays. Then you've got Canate and you've got Guehi as the two central defenders there. Or even the other way around, you've got Canate and Gomez. And then you've got Leone as backup for those three. And then you've got Virgil van Dijk and Guehi. Then you've got Kirkez and Robinson. Then you've got Szoboszlai and Jones. Then you've got Gravenberch and Endo. Then you've got Wirtz and McAllister. Then you've got Cody Gakpo and the likes of Rodrigo. Yeah, so you've got Rodrigo and Cody. Then you've got Isaac Ekitike with Chiesa, or even Salah and then just Chiesa. And then you've still got Naoni, and then you've still got Ryoga Gamoa as backup to those. But you've got an 11, and then an 11, and then you've got two more. Liverpool will have completed football. And you've got Pesci as well, and you've got Woodman as backup goalkeepers as well. Liverpool would have completed football. Like, I'm sorry, it's an unbelievable team with such a strong 11 behind it. And then you've still got two or three more behind that. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, to have Szoboszlai as a backup and a Curtis Jones as a backup, who's an England international. Like, you've literally got Gomez, England international, Bradley, captain for his national team, Mamadashvili, captain for his national team. Then you've got back up to Virgil van Dijk, Guehi, England international. Then you've got Robertson, captain for Scotland. Then you've got Endo, who's captain for Japan. Then you've got McAllister, who's a main player for Argentina. Then you've got Chiesa, who's trying to get back into the international team. And then you've got Rodrigo, who's in the Brazilian team. And then you've got Isaac, who's honestly, it's my head is just I'm exploded head mess everywhere. What Liverpool will have is just something phenomenal. It really is. And you have to look at the ages as well, because this is something which just isn't being looked at enough. Wirtz is 22, Ekitike is 23, Kirkez is 21, Frimpong's 24, Leone's 19, Pesci's 20, Isaac's 25, Guehi's 25, and Rodrigo's 24. You've got another 5 years minimum out of all of them. And then you still have Gravenberch 23, Szoboszlai's 24, Curtis Jones is 24, Gomez is 27, Canate's 26, Bradley's 21, Mo Salah's 33, Virgil van Dijk's 34, Chiesa's 27, Rio's 17, Naomi's 18. There's still so much there. And it is. You're absolutely right. It's a 5-year plan. It is a 5-year plan in the making. And we have literally just gone, hit the go button. Hit the go button. Let's get all of them out. Let's get all of them in. And let's start things off now. And this is the blueprint. This is the plan. This is This is what's going to happen. Like, and I mean, I get it. We were a bit open against Bournemouth, and we conceded 2 goals. But I mean, my God, if we're going to be shit and we score 4 goals and all our forwards score, how many goals are we going to score when we're good? 10? Like, how many goals are we going to score when we're good? Like, everybody said Mo Salah was crap. Well, he scored a goal. Scored a goal. like Mo Salah's crap and scores. Okay, so Mo Salah's good and gets a hat trick. Is that how it works? Is that how it works? Like Cody got slated the whole game, got a goal. Is that how it works? Like Cody and Salah have poor games and score goals. Bring it on. Bring it on. Like, just bring it on. I'll take it. I'll take a 4-0 at Anfield. Sorry, I'll take a 4-2 at Anfield every day of the week. Every day of the week, I'll take a 4-2. And it's not just that. It's the fact that when we went to 2-2, I never felt like we were going to lose or draw. I felt like we were just going to go and win. I felt like we were just going to go and score some goals now. I was like, oh, they got it back to 2-2. Oh, we're going to go and score a couple of goals now, aren't we? That's just what I felt like. Without Isaac and Guehi, it's not a great window yet. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? We won the league with less players. We won the league with less players. Like, we won the league with players we sold, and we've replaced them with better players. No, I don't agree with that at all. Like, it's been an unbelievable window anyway. We've signed Florian Wirtz. Like, that is an unbelievable window. Everybody wanted Hugo Ekitike. So many people were waxing lyrical about this guy. We got him. And he's got, 2 goals and an assist in 2 games? Like, that's not bad. So I just wanted to give you that today. Bit of a blueprint, just in ins and outs and more information on Isaac. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in tonight. I also appreciate the super chat. The memberships. No super chats today, unfortunately, but I'm sure they'll come. I'm sure you'll start smashing out the super chats. I don't seem to get any, which is weird because you get loads of other shows with like 200, 300 people in them just super chatting all the time. Like, I don't get any. It's all, I don't really know why. Like, don't you want me to read out your stuff? Like, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to listen to me waffle. Okay. But yeah, you want to drop super chats, then I'll read out your message. That's kind of how it works. But I don't seem to get them. But there you go. But thank you so much for the memberships, Eric, and the 5 people that received them. I'll obviously be doing another show tomorrow, same time, maybe a bit earlier. I don't know whether I'm going to go on Don's show tomorrow. I might do. I'm not sure. But that's everything from me. Let me just double check to see whether there's been any more news. Liverpool Academy forward. Okay, whatever. No, there's been no more updates that I can see. Let me just check. No more updates from Indy either. He's got Manchester United news, which is probably going to be about a midfielder. But I'm just going to forward you on to another show. There's 255 of you in here still. Appreciate it. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. When's that on? Let me see what time that starts. Oh, that's quite a long way away. Who else is on? Let me see who else is on. don't see anyone else on. Okay, so I'm going to redirect you to Don's show. It starts at 10:55. You don't need to hit KMAT raid or anything, but I'll big up Bruno, who's been a member for a month. Big up. This will redirect you to Don's show that's on at 11 o'clock. So you can just leave this on and it'll just take you there in 40 minutes. But I'm not staying on any longer. I've done an hour and a half. If I don't do a show tomorrow, then I will actually. If I don't do a show tomorrow, then I'll do a preview for Monday's game on Saturday. But I still might do a show tomorrow. And then obviously I've got Sunday's show, which is the conspiracies and rabbit holes. If you're not a member, definitely become a member. It's 99p, and you can get involved in that. I'm also going to post up another Anfield tour video that I did in the membership channel next week. So check out that. And that's all I've got for you tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Big up everyone that's tuned in. And if you haven't checked out Match Bingo, go and check it out. Good app. I'll put the QR code up quickly again. If you want to scan that quickly, do so. And I will see you all again either tomorrow or Saturday for a preview show. And if you check out my channel and put the notification bell on, then you'll get an update on that, okay? But you all have a good evening, and I will catch you all later. And this will take you on to Don. So just stick in KMAT Raid in his channel right now, because you're going to go over there now, so you might as well just stick it in there. And I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye.